headed out towards the road.
Yeah.
Just seeing how... I grabbed 7th in the peat today before I got to the fucking road.
Damn.
That bitch was scooting right along in the fucking gravel. Shut it down real fucking fast.
Alright. So, we'll talk about that whole, like, the Breadstick Ricky.
The what?
The Ricky and the Boss.
I'm still a dumbass kid. I'll probably still blow my money.
Well, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, sure. Of course, I've said a lot of things that kind of, not necessarily saving money, but like in the first episode I was on, talking about, you know, you better buy the tools, do what you need to do for work, don't be the fancy trucks and then coming in here borrowing tools. I mean, it's a good topic. Fuck it, why not?
All right.
Let me take a leak.
All right, go for it. Oh. Yeah, get all your table touching and kicking and all that bullshit out of the way. Josh will be over here with his fucking mallet trying to smash a beer can again.
Then it would really mess up my
Yeah, I know shit. I couldn't imagine what the what that would sound like in the microphone. Oh, hell no. That ain't gonna fucking work. Gotta fix that right fucking now.
Quit leaning on it.
My end's good. Your end's the one wiggling.
I'm not leaning on it. It ain't wiggling that much. If you put that under there, the rest of it's going to be leaning. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, better. Hey, the old... Oh.
If you shake it enough, it's going to rattle.
The old girl's all there. Okay.
Yep, that's my week's worth out workout. My gym membership's worth.
Yeah, we need to get your ass to the gym and actually, like, you know, gym.
I went once.
You didn't do anything.
I watched.
You coached.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
I did fucking that good at it, too. I had no fucking... I was testing you guys to see if you knew what you were talking about.
Oh, is that what it was?
I knew what the fuck I was doing. Waiting to go home and drink cold beer.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Pretty good, didn't I?
See, we've swapped everything around here. This is
All
screwed up.
fucked up. I'm on the wrong side. Can't see the camera.
Can't. Oh, yeah, you can't see the camera over there, can you? It's fine. You don't need to. I mean, you can see the camera. You just can't see you in the camera.
That's an issue that the viewers are not going to like. They see your ass, though, with that Living a Dream t-shirt that you guys can go get.
That's right. So you could go get it. $20. It could be yours. It's, you know, we got it here. We got it on the back. We got it. I don't know if they can see it. You can't tell if they can see it or not.
I can tell. Your microphone is right in the middle of it.
Of course.
They got
perfect.
the gist of it.
Perfect product placement. So I do like the reorientation here. We're not as dark. They can see our lovely
Edit that
faces.
line out.
What?
Nothing. Yeah, I can't see my face to say. There we go. That's retarded. Nope. They don't see this anyways.
Yeah, I know, because nobody's over there on the Patreon. I don't understand. If you go, well, actually, we're on YouTube now. Our last episode is on YouTube. We're back on YouTube. I finally figured out how to work the computer enough to get us on YouTube to where we can be of use.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like just sitting here listening to us, then you can go on there and watch us, because we're way more entertaining when you watch us just sitting here in front of a microphone.
Pull the Facebook page up. There was something I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
Actually, mine may do it now. But you won't let me just have the Wi-Fi, so you just pull it up. Yeah.
It's not true.
I have to pay too, guys. It's okay.
He asked what the
Who's 2 views?
Oh, hot damn.
No likes, though.
Well, what the fuck?
No, but there was one I wanted to ask you about. But I can't remember which podcast it was.
apparently I got my chops busted for the provocative T-shirt ad that we put out there.
Oh, I know which one it was. It was the one I think we put out before Thanksgiving, and then on Thanksgiving you put a deal on here that said go give it a listen while you're waiting on your family to show up or something, and there was a lot of mad emojis on that.
Yeah, no, that was for the live switch one. Okay, yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah. What was up with that? That's what I was trying to find.
I don't know. We put out an ad on that, and there was a lot of hate on that because they were like, there was a couple of comments that I had to delete because they were like, a legitimate business wouldn't have to spam or blah blah blah. I'm like, I wasn't spamming. I was just paying for a freaking advertisement.
What would we be spamming?
I guess Facebook Meta or whatever spam the shit out of them or something. I don't know. But yeah, I was a little bummed by that because I was like, holy crap! Yeah, no, it's the live switch episode is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what the deal was with all the hate there, but where's it at? Yeah. We had 259 people and 18 grouchy faces.
And 7 laughies.
7 laughies.
You got something funny? Let's hear it.
Yeah, we like funny. We can use funny. Funny is something that we can put in the show.
Funny to me is the 18 people who don't have nothing better to do other than hate on what we're doing.
Right. Well, but you go through here and you look at the people like, look, it's legitimate a Karen.
So if you click on that.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Half of those people don't even look real.
Yeah, they're probably not. So you got so that one's probably not a legitimate plan. Bud Wayne, what the fuck?
Tommy Ling. Okay, we can move on. I was just it just for some reason came to my mind. I was curious.
Yeah, well. All I have to say is womp womp to those folks because they missed out on a pretty good episode, and
I really don't understand how you take if you listen to that episode and you don't have a reason for live switch or you just don't have a reason to use it or whatever, okay. I get not everybody does, but why what's the point in hating on it?
Right. Just leave it alone. Just walk away. It's fine. Maybe it wasn't for you. Maybe the episode wasn't meant for you. Okay? Not all episodes are for everybody. So just deal with it. You're fine.
Maybe they didn't like the fact that we asked him to put translations in there.
Maybe. That's probably it. It was because we were being racist.
Fuck them.
That's kind of my thoughts, too. It's fine. You know what they can do? They can go down to the local hardware store. They can pick up some lumber. They can go back to the river of tears that they cried. They can build a bridge and then get the fuck over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
I saw something the other day that said that...
That brought the comedian thing to me about the pipes and plumbing.
The one that we just watched?
The cowboy talking about it. He said, buddy, you think your plumbing's fucked up?
My dick's in a jar. Oh, the other one was, what was it?
I don't know. You haven't told me yet.
I know. I'm trying to remember it. Hold on. Old man brain. It was, I don't understand why everybody gets so upset whenever I give them advice. They always say it's bad advice. Granted, it's mostly to fuck off, but it's still advice.
It is advice.
So, there's that. Mm-hmm. So anyhow, if you guys want one of these very bright, very noticeable shirts...
It's just so bright, it almost looks white in the camera.
It really does. So I'm going to try and get it set up on Patreon to where you guys can purchase it through there. And then we just send it to you that way. So that way it directs a little bit of traffic to the old patreon.com/Living the Dream podcast. And then you can check out, because you can buy these episodes early on Patreon, or you can become a member and get all of them individually for a monthly fee. So Patreon's an option, YouTube's an option, Facebook's an option, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the good things. They're marvelous, simply marvelous. Just, I know because, I listen to podcasts, and our podcast is one of the best. It's definitely the best. So don't miss out. If you're late, you're lost. Anyhow. So I guess we're going to talk about blue collar and saving money, because old Ricky and the boss actually had a pretty good point today on one of his videos, and was talking about how a lot of the blue collar people are missing their first Thanksgiving and first Christmas this year because, well, you're the bitch, and you're the guy dragging the pipe and going and picking up parts, and you don't get to take Thanksgiving off because you're the new guy. So he was talking about...
It goes for across the board. That's just the way he brought it into topic.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Explain?
Just saying, it's blue-collar guys in general. It's not just the guys at the bottom that are doing this.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot of guys... Yeah, just like the blue collar jobs, especially like there are some blue collar jobs that it's just you don't get to, especially if you own your own business. Taking Thanksgiving and Christmas off is probably not an option. You actually probably make more money at Thanksgiving and Christmas because everybody's clogging their shit up, or plugging too much into an outlet, or maybe everybody ate too much turkey and your fucking floor collapsed, and now you got to have somebody come in carpentry. I don't know. I just throwing it out there. I was trying to hit all the trades in there. Or mechanic, you broke down on your road trip, or the tow truck drivers, or any of those.
It's across the board.
It's across the board. But I'm spoiled, though. I am. But he did talk about the guys, whether it's inside or outside. But still, I'm pretty spoiled now, as far as the blue collar jobs go. I got lucky. Hey, I spent a lot of fucking time not getting it though, where my ass was having to work in unclimate controlled environments and didn't have holidays or vacations or even health benefits. So I get it. I just decided as I got older, which is a lot like the topic. So here, let's get the actual topic started here. So this is Living the Dream podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
Hey, look at that. He said it louder this time. Today we're going to talk about blue collar, and how do you plan for your future? We'll just say that. And we'll say blue collar and planning for your future, because it's not.
I don't think those are two things that go in the same sentence.
What?
Blue collar and planning for your future.
Well, it should, though. That's
a joke. It goes on with what we're talking about here.
But yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. It really doesn't seem to. It's not the norm for it to go together, but it should be something that should go together, because a lot of blue collar jobs you make a lot of money at, and you have the potential to set yourself up for a pretty easy future if you do it right. But a lot of people too will be like, oh, well, we can't we can't plan for anything because of these politics and all of the stuff that's going on in the world. Man, you can whine and bitch.
This is a very good topic for you and I to discuss, because we're two different age groups talking about this, because everything you're saying right now is something that the older guys, and I'm not trying to put you in a group with the older guys.
No, I understand.
The older, my generation isn't looking at it like everything you're fixing to say. And I know what you're fixing to say, and I got nothing against it. My group, especially with social media right now, the blue collar, the working the 80, 100-hour, whatever you're working weeks, that it's all a hype. In all reality, a big part of it is.
So explain to me, what do you mean by it's all a hype?
I get there's a lot of people that are doing it because it's all they know. They're passionate about it. They had no other choice. Like there's a song, and it's a Cody Jinks song, and I can't even remember which song it is. But he talks about all the poor kids, they either went off to war or they went off to work.
Oh, okay.
So I get there's not much choices. And the majority of it, I would say, is a passion, or that's what they want to do. But I feel like the social media and the hype you know, that's a big part of it too for my generation. So my generation sees exactly what Breadstick Ricky and the bot, whatever, is talking about. You know, you don't have to have the fancy trucks. You don't have to have the pair of $800 boots, which I don't understand that part.
Yeah, who the fuck makes an $800 pair of boots?
I mean, I get buying $200-$300 pairs of work boots multiple times a year. I'm right there with you.
Okay, yeah.
But anyways, so I get what he's saying. And my generation, it's like, well, it's just like he says in his video. You know, you may not have ever had that money and now you make it.
Right.
Or whatever. And I'm right there with these kids, you know. Hell, it's my generation. So I just feel like I feel like social media, like a lot of things, is driving this like it is a lot of things.
So you're saying
it's cool. It's cool to go work these hours and be away from home and all this kind of shit.
Hey, that's better than it's cool to sit at fucking home and live in your mom and dad's basement and shit like that.
I don't disagree at all. I just saying that's where the difference. Some of the difference I feel was my generation versus your generation.
Okay,
I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing at all.
Right.
I'm just that's some of the difference, I think.
Okay. So you're saying that you feel like it's kind of one of those deals that has been hyped up by social media, and that's what everybody thinks it's cool to go work these 80-hour weeks. Man,
for some people, 80 hours may seem like a bitch week. I don't fucking know.
Fuck, I would kill for a kid to show up at work and want to work fucking 80 hours. We've talked about this in
a lot of incentive for me to do it.
Yeah, but you know, you start getting into that aspect of it to where, you know, so for instance, you know, you're talking about like your generation, my generation.
I may be completely wrong with what I said.
I really don't think you are because I made the mistake of not doing what I said, planning for future kind of deal, because it was, oh well, I can always make money. And sure, there is that opportunity. I mean, granted, the blue-collar trades, they're not going anywhere ever. Anytime soon, you will always need somebody to work on your car, fix your plumbing, something like that.
That's the whole point of
them. That, you know, that's what they're here for. And that's great. And if you're part of one of those trades, badass. You guys, you're the blue-collar people are what makes the world go around. Or what makes the world convenient. We'll put it that way, because you know, I mean, there's other things that make the world go around, but we keep all of the conveniences going. Okay, because without us, you don't have indoor plumbing, you don't have lights, you don't have a running, driving car. You know, you don't get all of the bells and whistles in life. But so
I'm gonna be a little biased here, but I think the biggest backbone and most underrated job out there is fucking truck driving.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, everybody forgets about truck driving.
I'll stand up for those guys,
and I'm pretty guilty of that one too, because those are the guys that miss countless holidays, birthdays, anniversaries if they're married, because they're on the road delivering all of your iPhones, your beer cans, your microphones, cameras, all of that shit. If it wasn't for them, then the stuff wouldn't travel across the country, because not all of this shit's made in your state, folks. It's got to come from somewhere, and sometimes it's overseas.
It wouldn't make a fuck if it is made in your state. It's not just produced on the fucking Walmart shelves.
That's right. So yeah, that's the big backbone right there. You guys leave the truck drivers out of it, then you're fucked. You don't get nothing. You don't get none of this stuff. Or for the farmers, we got a tractor in the background tonight, because we flipped everything around, did a little rearranging, trying to make the set a little more appealing, and instead of just a dirty ass wall behind us, instead there's a dirty ass tractor behind us.
It doesn't just go to truck drivers. Like, I'm just going to use an example from what my company, we have to deal with. So a lot of, construction. So all of our job sites, they're either in housing additions, or they're all in town, basically. They're either new housing additions or apartment complexes or shit like that. So we've had several jobs where... Now, I'm the mechanic for the company, so I'm not out there. I have had to hear some of it. What? You just tell her what you want.
I'm giving her shit.
Anyways, so it's a small company, so we're pretty close with the dirt crew guys and the supervisors and all that kind of stuff. And we hear all the time different stories where these guys will be out here moving dirt or mulching trees, whatever they got to do to clear, because we don't build the buildings or whatever. We just do the dirt work and utilities, and then we sell it to the builders.
Right.
So, dude, there's so many stories about these guys will just be out here doing their jobs, and you get Karen in the housing edition, they're over there bitching because they've got dust, or, you know, they had trees there for 20 years, and, you know, they don't want whatever built there. And the main response, I have not personally had to deal with this, but my response to it would 10 times out of 10 be, how do you think your house got there? When we were doing the dirt work, clearing the land for this housing edition that you live in, these neighbors were saying the same shit. And now look, you know, they didn't want you here, but here you are. And then when we do this what we're doing now, here you are bitching about it.
So here's something I can add to that one too. It's all a matter of, guess what? There was a city council meeting at some point in time that they discussed the location of that neighborhood. And while you were sitting on your ass bitching at your neighbors about their loud car, you could have been at a city council meeting complaining and offering a valid reason as to why not to build that neighborhood there. There are options. This didn't just happen overnight. Companies don't just get to build subdivisions wherever the hell they want to. They have to apply for the permits. They have to ask for permission to build there. So, you know, you've got to go through the right channels, just like everybody else has to go through the right channels too. So,
and I'm going to say that hits a lot of different blue collar jobs. My group's just at the front of it because we're clearing the land, doing the dirt work. But once we're done, it's the carpenters, it's the plumbers, it's the electricians, it's the, you know, it hits all of us.
Yeah.
On down the line. My favorite one is when people buy a property, say 20 years ago, and in the deed it shows where an easement's going to be, and now a company comes in and they're using that easement and they're bitching about it. It's like, well, you knew that was there when you bought the property.
Right.
Like, yeah, I get you may not want it there, but you signed the paperwork when you knew it was there.
Oh yeah, well, and that's like when we bought this house, there was an old agreement with the number of livestock and stuff like that we had to acknowledge receipt of, because it's like you can't start a big ass farming operation here. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I mean, not like we could little 5 acres here or anything like that, but you know, I mean, still, you know, there are things that you had to sign. Now, whether or not your ass paid attention to it when you were signing the paperwork, that's on you. But still, it was there.
It's not anybody else's shit.
That's right. So,
anyways, back to the topic.
Yeah,
we kind of rabbit trailed there.
Well, but that's what we do on this podcast. Okay?
It's all good information.
Yeah, it is. But so the, like, my generation is, you know, of course, now coming into where I'm at in this stage of my life it's damn, I wish I would have spent more, or I wish I would have saved more money. What the this fucking fly is.
It's December. Why is it still alive?
Oh no.
Party foul. And the motherfucker is still alive. It is
still alive. Fuck around. Damn it. All right, well, I guess I got to finish this one then, huh? It's so cold, damn it. I'm being a bitch. I'll admit it.
You can see that.
It's cold. It froze my damn throat.
More practice.
Anyways, so what, Josh? Open my throat?
Topic. No.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, I tell Danielle to.
Danny, will you go over there and get me a rag? It's over there by the door.
What?
Rag.
It's a rag.
Where?
By the door. Rag in a bag. It's on the mixer. I got to get it off the mixer. I don't give a shit if it's on the table. Pause for cleanup here because I'm trying to kill the damn flay.
Sammy's being a bitch, spilling his beer.
Oh, I know it. God damn it.
Not killing a fly.
Oh, I know. And it's just sitting over there on the fucking wall laughing at me right now.
Yeah, it's probably got a more open throat than you do.
Well, if I have anything for it by the end of the night, it'll have a more open everything. Damn it, man. All right.
You look like you should be driving that pink Denali now.
Oh my god. So there you go. We'll have a debate in the comments. Okay. Do we wrap the Denali pink, or
after watching you drink that beer, I think pink could be a little manly for you. I know some women that could have drank a full beer a lot faster than that.
Okay, well, fine. I have a sensitive throat then. Damn it, man.
You just keep talking.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
I don't even remember what we was talking about now.
We were talking about that I wish that I had made
You were basically telling everybody you're old.
Yeah, basically I was old, and I wish I would have made better choices financially. And but you know, I realized it, and I think even Ricky was talking about, you know, usually there's a lot of guys that'll hit their 30s and they realize, fuck, I should probably get my shit together and start saving some of this money, because eventually I'm going to be old and not be able to do this shit.
So let me put it to you. I'm not going to put it to you this way, but another point where he talked about in his video was, you know, you got families at home, and like you're talking guys in their 30s, they may have that. I'm not saying that guys my age don't, by any means.
Right.
But I think another big part of that is, and I'm not going to say all of these jobs, I'm not going to say 90% of these jobs, I'm not going to give any percentage, but a big part of these jobs, where like you're down south, you're working an oil field, or you're driving a truck, or you're working all these hours, you're away from your family, meaning your parents, your, you know, immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not going to say all these, it's not there.
Okay.
But a big part of my generation, you know, it's young single guys, or even ladies, that they don't have their own families at home. They're out there hustling straight up. They don't give two shits about the money they could be saving, like he's saying. And I'm not saying it should be this way. I mean, I can't just say I disagree with anything he said.
Right.
But I think a big part of it is that also. They don't just have their own at home, and they're fucking hustling. That's all they're doing.
Right, but okay, so fine. Again, it's one of those things that it's whether or not, regardless of whether or not you have somebody at home, whether you've got family or whatever, let's be honest, the blue-collar trades are not easy on the human body.
Oh, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying.
So, you know, I mean,
I'm just trying to bring different points of view.
Right. So, you know, I mean, it's like, fuck, for instance, my dad was a welder pipe fitter on the road for all of his career, is now in his 60s and can, you know, he is not physically able to do anything. I mean, his day consists of, he gets up, he goes watch TV, he eats, he goes back to bed, and that's the extent of it. That's not because that's what he wants to do, but that's what he's physically able to do. Did he save enough money? Probably not. Now, he's a union man, so the union is helping him out with the medical bills and all of that stuff. So, but still,
I don't know. I mean, I think it goes for all of us. Any job, blue collar, white collar, fucking fast food, any of it, just the demand is there for the blue collar. The hype is there for the blue collar. Everybody says, "Don't go to college, go blue collar," and I agree with that. But I can say out of growing up, every old guy I talked to that was in the trades told me, do not do it. Going to these shit with my dad, because my dad did the same shit I've done, or am doing. And all these old guys, you know, and I've known them since I was fucking little bitty.
Yeah.
And known these guys, and they're all turning wrenches and working on heavy equipment. And there's guys that have been crushed by shit, and they're fucking survived it, but several months in the hospital, and they're still fucking turning wrenches and can't hardly move. And you know, and my dad, who's been in a field truck, and he's the same way.
Yeah.
These guys always ask you when you're little, what are you going to do? I want to work on tractors.
No, you
don't fucking do it. There is not a single one of them that told me to go do it. Every one of them, including my dad, told me, just get out of it. Did I listen? Fuck no. And I'm 24 years old, and everything he just said about hurting, I'm doing.
But see, and here's the thing, too, and I'm going to sit here and tell you that.
Now, do I make a good living? Yeah. Do I have a lot of good shit for a 24-year-old? Yeah. I got my own house, my own place, you know, all this trucks, the jet skis, the toys. But you fucking pay for it.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean with money.
No. It's not.
And everybody watching this knows it. They're in the same boat.
Yeah. But And I'm going to sit here and tell you that it's not just a. I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't do it because
I won't either. But I can tell you that's what I was told.
Right. And we were all told that. Every kid in
now in 20 years, I might tell you you're fucking retarded if you do this. I can't speak for the future.
You know what? I don't think so because I honestly feel like that like our jobs and stuff are going to become more valuable as time progresses. Honestly, because there's going to be fewer and fewer people.
It's not the fact that our jobs are going to get less important. It's just going to be there's going to be more dumbasses who don't realize what we're doing. They're trying to shut everybody down because of EPA or whatever it may be. You know, there's going to be more of those people.
Yeah.
So it's just going to make our jobs that much more hard.
Yeah.
That much harder.
Well, it's true. And
I mean, just since your generation and my generation, you've had to do it. I mean, just in the mechanics world alone is that way.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's you've got to do different things. Well, it went from just the mechanical aspect of it, like especially because you're working on the older equipment now, and you've worked on some of the newfangled equipment too. The old cat stuff. You've got to have a computer science degree to work on some of this shit because of the emissions and all that bullshit.
Fuck, even when my dad went to school. So my dad graduated high school in 94. Right out of there, he went to OSU IT for diesel mechanics. Came out of there, and he came out with an associate's in science.
Yeah. Associate of Applied Science.
Yeah. For mechanics.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and now it's, everybody knows it's worse now.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's amazing the versatility you have to even to work in the blue collar trades, because it's not just hey, I can grab a wrench and fix something anymore. It's you've got to learn how all of that works together to fix it.
I saw a thing on Instagram earlier, and it was just kind of a laugh, joke. I mean, it had a lot of meaning to it, but it was like some kid had posted, my teacher always told me I wouldn't amount to anything staring out a window, or it's those kind of people. And it's those kind of people who are out here fucking building America.
Yeah.
Point blank. That's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, at the end of the day,
I was sitting in my high school English class after I had went and job shadowed for the cat dealer here. Got a call in the middle of class, walked out of that teacher's classroom, took the phone call, accepted a job offer, making good money at 18 years old, walked back in her class, got my ass chewed because I got up and walked out and answered the phone, and my answer, I mean, point blank to her, and I am not a
quick-witted or a smartass or rude.
Well, that was not what I was going. Well, rude, but I'm not a confrontational person.
There you go.
Is what I was looking for, and my response to her was, "I'll be making more money than you are when I walk off that stage with my diploma." And that was no bullshit.
Well, it was, I think it was
18 years old.
You were just telling me about it here a little bit ago. It was, everybody made fun of the kids that wore work boots to school, but look who's laughing now.
Yeah.
How's that unemployment life treating you? There you go.
Good, because I'm paying for it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, congratulations. I work hard every day because people at unemployment depend on me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's treating you good because people like me are out there doing it for you.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't know where you were at with the beer, but I figured it would be better to...
Nah. I mean, I can take another one.
All right, well, there you go.
She's going to have to start giving me that mallet. Smashing beer cans.
That's fine. We'll just stack them along here, and then we'll go crush them later, because I moved the damn beer can.
You start seeing some shit like that, they'll pay for the Patreon.
I don't know that our microphones can handle the
It's
peaking.
going that way.
I know. That's what I'm worried about. I've already bathed our mix. Damn it, there's still beer on it. I've already bathed our mixer in beer tonight. I don't know that we need to abuse it with a beer can itself.
Well, it's going that way, not that way. I know what I'm doing.
Do you?
If you don't know what we're talking about, hit up the Facebook page.
Yeah,
and you can see the video.
Exactly.
He moved our can crusher to the other side of the shop, and it's so inconvenient. So I grabbed a mallet, and we're smashing them right here for you guys.
Yeah.
Now I have to do it.
Oh fuck! All right, we're gonna have to. So we're having brief intermission. Oh God.
Dude, we're loaded.
All right.
Hand me that mallet, Danny.
Oh God. All right. So here you go. We're gonna have a beer thought moment. Somebody's probably gonna end up injured. It's all right though. It'll be entertaining though.
We'll edit it.
Jesus Christ.
See, the problem is there's not a real hammer.
That's on video.
Yep.
Damn it.
If it gets a real hammer, we'll be doing all right. I'm not a carpenter either, so there's that. Dude, did I send you that video I was watching? It was a guy, I think it was overseas, but there's this kid holding a pin or something, and this guy's swinging probably a 16 or 20-pound sledgehammer.
He smokes him in the head.
Hits that fucking pin one time, fucking swings it again, and smokes that dude in the head.
And the dude was still conscious.
That
was the thing that was more impressive to me than anything, was the fact that the dude wasn't like laying on the ground drooling, spelling the color number 7
with no teeth. He smacked the shit out of him.
He fucking stroked that dude.
Anyways, back to your scheduled
your regularly scheduled program. Yeah. So if you don't, the one earlier was far more entertaining. That one was pretty good because that was just epic fail.
Yeah,
but
you need to hit up the Facebook page for the good one.
If you're not following us on Facebook page, what are you doing?
I deported that course can.
100%. And then if you're not following either of us on Snapchat, then you're missing out too, because there was one too that he sent a freaking pull tab into orbit.
I'm pretty good with this mallet. I'm not good under pressure.
My dog over here is very upset because his ball is sitting on top of the propane tank that's on the back of the tractor currently, and I just heard his collar hitting the propane tank.
Is that what that was? Yeah. Coda, you poor boy.
He is very upset currently.
Him and his little Christmas collar.
Yeah, he got updated.
All right. What the hell were we talking about?
Fucking
forgot to.
Nah, it's fine. It's what we do on this podcast. We talk about a topic.
Maybe that's why we have 18 mad faces and then no viewers.
No, that's just because there's a lot of bored Karens.
You know who you haven't shouted out here lately? Too Savage.
That's true. I haven't, but I tag them in all of their stuff.
Oh, okay.
I do. Like I put a post out there. I put out Too Savage, but Too Savage they are the snazziest safety glasses, sunglasses, or sunnies, as they refer to it, because they're an Australian company.
They've left me out. I wouldn't know.
I've sent you the damn link.
Well, yeah, but I thought they were supposed to reach out.
No.
Well, I guess it's my fault.
Yeah, it is your fault.
I'll stick to the Tractor Supply. Cheap shit.
Hey, they're actually having a really good sale right now, which we'll discuss after off camera here. But I'll hook you up. I think it's like 35 or 25% off. Pretty snazzy.
All right.
I can't wear them though because I got the old peeper protectors here because I'm fucking old, and I have to have glasses. It sucks.
I think we've talked about everything so far about the topic.
No, we've talked a little bit about the topic, and then it.
All right, let's get back to it.
All right, so back to the topic then. So save your fucking money. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Do not buy the... No, I'm not going to say it on camera, but...
No. Don't do that. No, but, I mean, there is some reason, and just within reason, to take some of the... So, for instance, there was a friend of a friend that they had set their life up to where they were purchasing things and buying off of just their hourly wage. So... everything that they had got from that point, they would take, like if they got a 3% raise, they would take that 3%.
Is there a pin in that toolbox?
Should be.
See if there's a pin in that toolbox.
If nothing else, there's a pencil.
If you open the drawers, there's a deal on there, you got to slide it to the left and then open it.
Anyhow, so if they got a 3% wage increase, then they would take that 3% and put that towards savings. So every increase that they got. So, if you get 3% a year,
that's fine.
So you end up with like 12% of your paycheck is going towards your savings. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to do that, but that's one option there to where, of course, because I know nowadays, like the way things are going and the cost of living and all of that stuff, it makes it a little harder to put that 3% raise that you got towards savings, because a lot of times that 3% raise is just enough to kind of keep your head above water. But if you put that money into some sort of savings or something like that, even if it's just a percentage. Okay, so fine, you take 2% and you put a percentage towards your savings. That will, over time, I mean, when you're working 80, 90 hours a week, that's a lot of damn money that can be going towards your paycheck. Now, like Ricky and the boss, he was talking about, you take your overtime. So everything that you have, like all of the money that's from your overtime, if you take half of that, which, 80 fucking hours a week, that could be close to $500-$600 a paycheck that goes to your savings account. That's a lot of damn money, especially if you're getting paid weekly. So, there's options there. And, just save some of it. Fuck, even if it's a quarter of some of the money that y'all make. So, what you were taking notes over here.
Well, there's points that are coming to mind because I'll fucking forget them.
No, I understand.
So, a lot of these companies that you guys are working for, I know have benefits and they've got 401ks.
Mm-hmm.
These companies will match what you put in your 401ks. Now, that's not always the same company to company. I got really fortunate with a cat dealer I worked for, they would match 6%. So, if your company will match your 401k at whatever you put in, put that at least what they will match into that.
Oh, at least.
If you can put more in it, put more in it.
Yes.
But I can tell you it will pay off, whether you use it for just your retirement. If that's all you use it for, great. Me, it paid off because when I got in a situation where I had to buy a place, it was my down payment.
Now, 100%.
You pull it,
that's both of us.
Yeah, you pay taxes on it. But, okay, so mine, so we did ours a little different, if you don't mind me explaining.
That's fine.
So, I pulled mine, cashed it out. Now, there's a bunch of taxes to be paid on that, so keep that in mind.
Yes.
Sam, he took a loan against his, which you can also do and pay it back.
Yes.
My dad's done the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one thing. So, like I said, if they'll match us 6%, you put that in and they'll match it. Put it in. If you can do more, do more. But if you can at least put what they will match, put it in there.
Yeah, because you're doubling your money. Yeah. If you're putting 6% of your paycheck in there, they'll match you up to 6%. That's now 12% of what would have been your paycheck is now going in there. So that's a free 6% of your paycheck. It's not like a 6% of a set amount of dollars. It's a 6% of whatever amount of money you earn. So let's do a little math here.
While he's doing the math, I'll put this out there. Sam's putting it in perspective, this whole topic of and the older, when you get older, you're going to wish you had. I'll put it to you in perspective of the younger guys if you're listening to this. Like I said, I was 22 years old, bought a house, land, all of it with that. Like he said, he's bought his house with a loan against it.
Yeah.
My dad's used his to do it, for different things. I mean,
it
pays off more than... Now, do I recommend using it? No. But it's there if you have to have it.
Yeah.
I recommend using it for retirement.
Yeah.
And there's... I don't know what the consequences are against loaning against it, other than you have to pay it back.
You have to pay it back, but you're still making money on that money that you've borrowed. Like it's still a like any increase or dividends that you get from having your 401k, that money is still there. You're borrowing against it. So you're still making the same amount of money every year or month that you would be if the money wasn't there. So it's you're.
So I guess my hang up too on it was I had to use mine because I needed everything that was there.
Well, yeah.
And I did not work for that company any longer. Where I was at the time, I didn't have a 401k. So it's not. I could have probably borrowed against it, but at the same time, it wouldn't have done me no good because I needed all of it.
Right.
Okay.
So let's say you bring home $3,000 a week, which if you do, kudos.
I need to know if you're hiring.
Right. Yeah. We get 2 applicants for you. But we'll just say, so $3,000 a week. Okay. 6% of that is $180. Okay. So that's you putting in $180. So now you times that by 2. So now you've got $360 a week that's going in there. All right, hold on. Let's back up. Let's say $1,800 a week. I mean, that seems more feasible. Yeah, $1,800 a week times 0.06. So that's 108 times 2. That's $216 a week. You got 52 weeks in a year. That's $11,000 a year that you could that you could have in savings. Okay, so average person start working.
I feel like a lot of people too when they leave the so say you're with a company for a year and a half. You have that $11,000 in your savings because you've done what you needed to do, maxed it. You leave that company, you go to a new company who either has a 401k or may not. You need to roll that over.
Yes.
Don't just leave it there.
No.
Roll it over to either your new company who has a 401k and you get to keep that, or roll it over to an account where you can continuously add to it, because that's where I'm at right now and I got to do.
Right. So okay. So you work for, say, 40 years. You work 20 to 60, which is bullshit. There's no fucking way you're going to get away with that.
It's easy math.
Easy math. 40 years, you get $440,000 in savings. Okay? So by that point, if you've kind of played your cards right, you've paid your house off, you're living off of that money, $440,000. That's just your savings. That does not count, because most of this stuff is all played into the stock market. And if the stock market goes up,
every state's different too.
That $440,000 can go up dramatically. It can turn into fucking $2-3 million real easy. Like right now, the stock market is blowing up. My 401k is going through the roof. It is fantastic.
I'm glad yours is.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. But you look at that stuff and you invest it and it starts to grow, because that's one of those deals that it's easy money. It's free money for you. Half of that. So $220,000 of that money you didn't have to put in there.
Okay, so my next point that I put in my notes, and I know Sam can run with this while I go take a leak.
Okay.
But my next topic leads right into that. What did you put? $180 a week?
$180 a week.
Out of their pocket.
Yep.
Doubled it. Okay.
Yep.
This $180 a week, if that is, this is example.
That's
but
fucking
if you think
beer
that,
money.
If you think that is too much money, you can't do it. My next point is, and I'm saying this because I am 100% guilty of it. Do not base your life and your bills off of what you make with your overtime.
Ooh.
You need to
Hold on.
No, that's a good fucking point. You can make jokes all you want.
Hey, but there's a lot of people out there that were like, God damn,
I'm guilty of it. That's why I know to say this. You need to budget 40 hours a week or less.
Mm-hmm.
If you're used to making 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week with overtime, that's great. That's a good paycheck. But do not rack yourself up into debt based on 80 hours a week.
Nope.
Because everybody gets slow certain times of the year.
Shit, if you're working,
you lose your job, you go somewhere else. Now you're on 50 hours a week. Now what are you doing? You're losing vehicles. You're losing toys. You're losing your house. Whatever it may be. Do not base your budget and your life off of those overtime hours.
No.
40, hell, honestly, less than 40.
Yeah. I mean, I would say at a minimum, just for safe, because most places you can get away with 40 hours, and everybody, you can tighten.
40, yes.
You can,
but I've worked for companies that would not, it doesn't make a shit if the work is there. You are not working more than 40 hours a week.
Well,
because I don't want to pay the overtime.
No. But, you get into those situations to where, like, I work for an aircraft company, and there's some companies that they will cut your ass back. We'll see, aircraft, railroad.
I can't speak for all, but that's what I'm
trying to think of. There's a couple of others. So you have those big industries like that you're on an hourly wage, and you're clocking in and clocking out every day. There are going to be times to where things get tough. 9/11, I'm dating myself here, but 9/11, like, we got throttled back to where we were working 32 hours a week. That was it. That was all they were allowing you to do, and your ass had better be producing your fucking ass off at 32 hours a week.
Fucking COVID. That was another one.
Yeah, exactly. That was another thing too. That's a more recent one. You had better be producing during that time frame, or else you're not gonna. Motherfucker, that fly is on the camera. I'm getting a fly swatter. That's it. Well, that's better than a dog running into it. But you had better be producing when you're working those hours, because if you're not, then they can't justify keeping you, because they're already shelling out an ass load of money because they're having to put stickers and masks and pay someone to sit there and check your fucking temperature when you come onto campus, which was fucking bullshit, by the way. We'll just go ahead and put that on the camera. But it's, of course, I probably just got YouTube restricted right there because I said the C word. We've got a young one coming into
literally any time. So whenever I was in 6th grade during COVID, anytime anybody was sick, we would be out like 2 weeks.
They sent the whole class home, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And like it depended if like the teacher got sick, how far away the person who like was sitting at that particular seat, if they were 6 feet away from everybody.
Hey, whenever somebody got diagnosed with COVID, the easiest way to not get diagnosed with COVID, don't get tested. Ta-da! You can't get it if you can't be tested for it. But we got to the point to where whenever they would say something about COVID, like we had to list like the people that we were within, the 6 feet of for longer than 15 minutes. Which it got to the point to where they sent our whole department home one day, and then everybody lost their fucking minds. So guess what? It didn't matter how close we worked. We didn't tell anybody. So yeah, there you go. We adopted the military policy. Don't ask, don't tell.
That was everybody. They did the same shit. My point is, don't base. You never know what's going to come up. So don't stretch yourself.
Right now it's my turn.
Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, so that was my whole point. Don't stretch yourself to where you're spending everything you can. Put some in savings, put some in your retirement, and that was like what I said previously too. If you're a young guy and you need to not just loan against it, but pour your retirement, it's going to differ state to state for state tax or whatever. Federal tax should be the same. But so check into that too, because you're going to have to pay it out. And another thing that I've had to learn the hard way is I always wanted to, I'm a mechanic, run a service truck, so I always wanted to own my own truck. So then I went to work for family, and it was a 1099 deal. Well, if you don't know anything about that, like I didn't, that'll kick your ass too with the taxes. So this is all different stuff to be looking at and taking into consideration. But I think the main point here is, it's cool and it's fun now while we're doing it, at least for the young generation. We're out here, we're kicking ass, we've got the money we haven't had before, we're buying things that are ours and they're not anybody else's, and we can go get whatever we want, toys, and it's, in the long run, it's not going to be worth it. That shit's all going to be gone anyways. We'll have families we want to be there with, our bodies are breaking down, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter. What's going to matter to us is just fucking taking a break. So I just kind of spiraled off into the topic here.
Well, that's fine. And if you were going down the same trail that I think you were going down, those toys aren't going to mean shit to you.
Well, that's what I was saying. That shit's all going to be gone.
Yeah, because as soon as they cut your hours, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have to sell off all your damn toys, and it's going to be at a value that you didn't pay them for. So you're going to have to suck it up. So your best bet is to tighten your purse strings a little bit now and figure out, what you can do with the money you make right now, not what you make if you can continue to work 80 hours a week. Because 80 hours a week is not sustainable. I know.
That's not sustainable for a bunch of different reasons. You think you can do it now, your body's not always going to be able to do it.
No.
You're not always going to have an employer that lets you do it. I mean, there's several different reasons.
Right.
That's part of what I was saying too. My generation, it's fucking cool. Let's go get it and let's crush it and let's hustle, and that shit's gonna run out.
Well, and it's like that goes back
drink
to
3 Red Bulls a day, you can have a fucking heart attack. And you won't have to worry about it anyways. I do that shit too.
Your ass is gonna be on disability because you're sitting over here counting crayons because your heart quit and you got brain damage because somebody wasn't there to give you CPR in time, and now you're in a wheelchair and the state's paying for your ass. So there you go, pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Because you never know when your ass might have to be on disability.
Yeah, Samuel will be taking care of me. After all them fucking Red Bulls.
Man,
That one I was drinking earlier wasn't the first one.
Jesus Christ. It'll hit you at some point wherever you'll sit there and you'll smell the color number 7 and you'll be like, all right, I'm done.
Like.
Huh?
So I wonder what it smells like. When I find out, I'll let you know.
It's not good. It smells like oh shit is what it smells like.
I don't like the smell of shit.
Yeah, well, that's what it smells like whenever you start getting to that point in life. When you've went ahead and stretched time as far as you can possibly stretch it with those Red Bull cans, then you start getting to where you're like, well, I got 2 options here. I can have a nap in a can and roll the dice of having a fucking heart attack, or I can become that old man and I take a nap during the day occasionally. You know, you just get that little 15-minute power nap and then you push forward, because that's what I've resorted to, because, you know, I've smelled the color number 7 and I didn't like how it smelled. So I decided that little brief naps now and again were the way to go. Give everybody shit about the old people taking naps all the time. It's because they've figured out how to power management. That's what that is.
My generation knows that the Monster Energy and Red Bull guys have families at home too. They need to take care of.
Fuck those guys, okay? All I have to say is they may be drinking that shit too, but guess what? Monster ain't gonna pay their medical bills, just like they ain't gonna pay our medical bills. So, you know, there's that.
Probably right. I don't know. Figure drinking Red Bull's better than, well, I don't know, all these guys are doing both. I don't smoke or dip, but at least I don't have a caffeine and nicotine addiction.
It's true. Or coke addiction, or weed addiction.
You should be proud of me.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You haven't picked up any drug habits at all.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm just fucking with you.
Motherfucker. I gotta get the
toothpicks. That's where it's at.
Toothpicks is where it's at.
Toothpicks. Get that fucking Peterbilt built.
Yeah, you gotta have the hat. Wait, hold on. You get the Peterbilt built, and then he's gonna drive. He's gonna be driving around like this, and then let's see.
I'll have the cowboy hat on.
Where's it? Oh, there we go.
Oh, on the fucking ground. That's the only way to fucking drive them.
There we go. Yep. This is gonna be Josh and the Peterbilt right here.
You fucking ain't right, dude. It's the only way to drive them on the floor.
Now I hope I can
get
talk
shit, but this is the motherfucker that wants me to take him to a truck show next year to fill a childhood dream. So,
hey, that's fine. Hey, I'm not gonna deny it. Okay, I am a.
Hey, we're getting closer.
I am a tractor trailer addict from way back.
You got cool history in it though with your aunt.
Yeah,
that's badass.
Yeah, no, I was 8 years old the first time I ever set foot in a freaking Peterbilt. So. And my aunt was, before she turned into a crazy psychopath, money-hungry cunt. I said that on camera.
You won't have me arguing it.
She, have I told you the backstory on that one?
I'm sure you have.
Okay. Anyhow, we'll save that for a Patreon site or never.
Basically, she went to work with Kenworth. Fucked her all up. Joke's on you guys because it's all Packard.
But before she turned into that, she was the person responsible for all of the truck shows and setting up the events and stuff. So I got to visit her in Louisville, Kentucky, at one of her truck shows where they had all of the latest and greatest. Which
Not
was
far from where you're from, right?
Right. Yeah, that was only about 2 hours from where I was from. So we went up there to the truck show. It was Louisville or Lexington, one of the two, but it wasn't far from home. And I got to set foot in a Peterbilt, see their big, their dream cab or whatever it was, where they had this fucking sleeper that had a kitchenette in it. It was an old extended frame, probably when the 389s were due.
359s.
359s, sorry.
Yeah. What year would have this been?
It would have been mid-90s.
No, 379.
379. That's what it was. I was close. I'm not as truck nerd as this guy is, but I still have a hard on for it, and I've got a little Peterbilt that sits on top of my editing desk that is a.
Got it from her, didn't you?
Yeah, got it from her. It's a Franklin Mint. It's far more expensive model than I'll ever purchase myself.
It's fucking cool.
I'm sad as hell that it's as damaged as it is, but fuck you, Patrick. That's and none of the Patricks that I know, and my stepbrother.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I got a lot of history.
Patrick's good at fucking trucks up because I always had to work on them. He ain't listening to this, so I can say that shit.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, no.
Even if he is, he knows it's true.
It's true. You can't deny the truth. But yeah, no, the
truck tears the goddamn steps and mud flaps and everything off of it.
Damn it, man.
You heard about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hit the fucking guardrail at the scale house. How the fuck?
Wait a minute. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, truck Carmack had.
Damn it, man.
First fucking day running it. This truck wasn't a Peterbilt, but it was an 08 model truck, but it had no miles on it because a pipeline company had it. We've cleaned this fucking truck up, dude, and it was the first fucking day running this sumbitch, and he's a dump truck. Mm-hmm. He's coming across the scales at fucking Green Hill down there and fucking hits the rails on the scale, rips a fucking step off, rips a fucking mud flap off of it, and all kinds of shit. Dents a fuel tank, and then didn't say a fucking word and parked it in Brian's driveway. We get home that night, and we're like, what in the fuck? Yeah. First day running that truck.
And you know his short ass saw it because he had to use the steps to get out.
Oh, dude, he was so bad at tearing shit up. Well, it was on the passenger side, but he knew he did. There's no fucking way you hit a guardrail and don't rip the steps off and dent fucking fuel tank and not know you hit it.
I got nothing. I can't defend it. Yeah, I don't know.
He was good at tearing shit up. We put 7 turbos in one truck within 5 months.
7?
Now, I'm not going to say all of them was his fault. There was one of them we did. We put so from Skytook to Sperry, for you guys that don't know, is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We put a turbo in that fucking thing at the shop in Skytook, and he drove it from there to Brian's house in Sperry, unloaded, and that turbo was howling by the time he got to the house. Turbo's a Joplin. Fucked us on every one of those. I'm not shitting you, dude. There's an old B model Cat and an old Freightliner.
It was a rebuilt turbos. Mm-hmm. Man, listen. We're way the fuck off topic, but it doesn't matter at this point. If you're still listening, it's because you love listening to us and you love our stories.
We're
and
talking
shit.
diesels now.
Yeah,
that old B model Cat was a running bastard. But
okay, but if you're in the rebuild industry, okay, I can speak for the rebuild industry because I, as a customer, have had, what was it, $360 for that starter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
Almost what you paid for the fucking tractor.
Yeah, $360 some fucking dollars for this damn starter, okay? And I got it, first night of owning the fucking tractor, broke the snout off the starter. I'm going, God,
I'll teach you to double click the button.
So that button's going away, by the way, because it's got a dead spot in it. It's kind of, it hesitates. Yeah. So So I broke the snout off of the sucker the first night, and I'm going, God dang, I don't want to buy a new starter. It's $360 freaking dollars. It's better than half of what I paid for the tractor. Blah blah blah. So, Auto Battery and Electric in Tulsa, badass company, saved me fucking $250. Starter is like brand new. Took them 2 days to do it. Okay, quality work. Starter has been used and abused since I put the sucker back on there, and it's still taking more. So I'm just saying, if you are going to be in the rebuild industry, do good work. And that goes back to several episodes that we've had, to where take some pride in the shit that you do. Know that if you rebuilt that starter,
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, though. A lot of that shit comes from overseas parts.
Well, okay, but
some benefit of the doubt. I'm not giving them all of it, but some of it.
It's just.
So, like, even Cat.
Don't half-ass it.
9 times out of 10, you put a Cat reman injector in something, you're going to be pulling it back out pretty quick.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, within the same day. Is she home?
No, she's not home. But if she is, why do I have 17 messages?
Good question.
Holy shit. Okay, well. Sorry. Apparently I've been ignoring some conversation. Oh my God. Oh, this is good stuff here. Anyhow. I have a feeling my wife just sent me a text message. That I thought was meant for somebody else, but apparently she thinks that I know what the fuck she's talking about. But anyhow, you're cute, honey. I love you. Whatever. We'll talk about it later extensively, I'm sure.
I'll be going home by then.
You hope.
I'll get in the fucking truck. Riding down the highway.
I don't know, man. It's pretty close to time for her to be.
She's probably not
home.
in the mood for my shit either.
Yeah, well, apparently she says she's not in the mood for teenagers, so you're at least out of that bracket. So,
oof. Is she on her way?
No, but she mentioned something about 15th in Denver, which that's the hood store.
Oof.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mean to move for teenagers either.
No.
Better be packing. Hey, see what time La Fiesta closes.
Oh shit!
I bet they're already closed. It's fucking Sunday.
I don't know. I bet they're still open.
Oh my! It's only 7:30. Dude, I've been up for like 3 days straight, and it's only Sunday.
Red Bull
gives you wings. Dude,
gives you wings and extra days.
Did I tell you about the time it tried to give me extra wings?
I believe you have, but let's share with the listeners.
Okay, so these guys don't know where the fuck Bixby's at, but I was down there working at a fucking job by myself, working on a dozer. Ain't no big deal. Yep. Had this on his tour part. And it wasn't cold outside yet, so I had the windows on my service truck down, but I was outside working. Well, I left my tall boy 20-ounce Red Bull, because that's the only way to drink them, in the cup holder. Anyways, so I go out and get the fucking door open, grab my Red Bull out the fucking truck, and I'm right on the tree line, fresh job site. I go to get a fucking drink out of this Red Bull, and there's a fucking bee in it. And, of course, I didn't know it. That bitch goes in my fucking mouth and gets me right there on the fucking lip, dude. It's scarred. I'm not shitting you. So I'm sitting in the truck. So this fucking Red Bull goes out the window, and like the fucking bee's on the ground, whatever, and it's still like throbbing. So I pulled that fucking bee's ass out of my lip, dude. It fucked me up. Red Bull gave me wings that day.
Yeah, he gave you everything he had. He put his ass into it.
Yeah. The ironic part is my boss, I go in the fucking office I got a Red Bull every morning, so my boss is always like, hey, does he give you wings fucking with me? That fucking next day I went in his office and said, hey, you're never gonna believe this shit. Fucking Red Bull gave me wings yesterday.
Yeah.
Told him, of course, he thought it was fucking hilarious.
Well, fuck yeah, it is pretty fucking funny.
It's probably the day before he ordered the blow-up doll. But
yeah, probably pretty close to that day.
This motherfucker thinks he's got jokes.
Hey, I've had one. Okay,
I could not ask to work for any better people. I really couldn't.
I had a Dr. Pepper. Was my no, sorry.
Back to these pussy stories.
No. This one I was like fucking 6. Okay.
Oh, we're old school. That's back when they made it with cane sugar.
Orange slice. Okay. Do you even know what the fuck that is?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
No, I was I was misspoken on the Dr. Pepper aspect of it. It was orange slice is what I was drinking because we was po folk.
Memories getting him.
We was po folk.
Drinking that Shasta Pop.
No, Shasta.
Yeah, get you some of that.
It was prior to
Shasta Pop.
Okay, we didn't even have Shasta.
You got one thing that comes to your mind when you drink that shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, never. Anywho, so I had my orange slice. Jesus Christ.
It's
terrible. I had my orange slice, and there was a Yellow Jacket had gotten down in there, and I had a similar thing, except mine didn't give me the courtesy of stinging my ass on the lip. It stung my tongue.
Well, I told you about the fucking horn. Oh, I don't want to hear your shit. I done bit mine off and had it stitched back on.
Yeah, that's true. You went on that one, too.
Yeah, I don't need to hear your bullshit stories about getting stung on the tongue. I did tell you about that fucking horn. I don't know if it was a hornet or red wasp that got me at the fucking round or the arena that day, though, didn't I?
Yeah, it Skytook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, fucked me up.
Fuck, my old man, we were, what the hell we were doing? We were doing something on the roof, and I go inside, and I come back out, and he's, oh, goddamn, motherfucker, shit! And this fucking wasp stung him 3 times. Got him forehead, nose, cheek.
That's it. I got stung 4 in the fucking lip, dude, by that one at Skytook. Dude,
Did your credit score go down?
Yeah. I turned around and got back to the truck, and it was like instant, just fucking tears. And I was parked right behind the fucking building. And it's a concession stand, so it was like a metal shed, not a big building.
Yeah.
Dude, I walked around that building all innocent as could be. Little did I know the kids had been pissing these motherfuckers off. I got dive bombed. Dude, I was in fucking tears. And by the time I got back to the truck, that motherfucker, I don't think getting hit in the mouth would have had it that fucking big. I couldn't hardly open my mouth.
Fuck.
Fucking called Kenzie. I was like, hey, you need to get my ass to urgent care, like, fucking now. Yeah. She took me down there. I ended up on medicine, fucking steroid shots, all kinds of shit. I had to have her brother drive the truck back home. I was fucking, by the time I got home, I was out.
Damn.
Yeah. It fucked me up.
All right, I've been talking all kinds of shit about you smashing cans. Give me the mallet here. I've at least got to attempt one because I've been
Jesus
running
Christ,
my mouth.
I'm going over here.
Oh, no, you sit right there, bitch. That's it. All right.
That was terrible.
What the fuck ever? It didn't go anywhere, and I turned the bitch
If I
inside
lay one
out.
on its fucking side, I can hit it too.
I didn't lay it on
That's
its
what
side.
it looks like.
Well, the camera showed it. It's fine.
I done better than you. Hell, I shot mine over there through the window.
You had style points, okay?
That's good.
All right, well, I think we've gotten far enough off the rabbit trail here.
Back to the topic, or we're just wrapping it up?
We're going to back to the topic, and then I think we're going to wrap it up because... I
don't even know what day it is.
We got time. So, yeah, we got a favorite Mexican restaurant that closes at 9, so we still got a chance to make it there. So we're going to wrap this shit up.
So we got an hour and a half, and they're 15 minutes from here.
Yeah. What if they have a half-price beer situation?
Dude, yeah.
Anyhow. So the moral of the story is...
You going in your pajamas and Crocs?
Yes.
No, well, you better go change then.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is...
Don't do what I do. Save your money.
Save some money. If you have the opportunity to where your employer is going to match it, I mean, you're fucking stupid. $220,000 over your career. Now, granted, most people are not going to stay at the same company for 40 fucking years.
Yeah, it's taxed like a motherfucker.
Right. But if you transfer it from company to company, it is not taxed. It never gets taxed until you pull that shit out and you see them greenbacks in your hand. So...
And they fuck you.
Yeah, Uncle Sam will get his portion whether you like it or not.
Then you're like Sam and figure out you got a tight throat.
That was awkward.
You said it, not me.
You fucking said something that I didn't think you were going to say. I didn't realize you were going to allude to that.
You.
Yeah, it was awkward to me.
Everybody else is laughing.
That's
but
fine.
everybody else is already asleep. So.
Yeah, probably. They've already given up to us about 30 minutes in anyhow. It's fine. So... Save your money. Contribute to your 401k. If you don't have a 401k, guess what? Most companies will still allow you to contribute a certain amount to another bank account.
So you can always make
save
your own.
It yourself. Yeah. So
even if you just get a regular
Roth.
paycheck and fucking...
You can contribute to a 401k on your own. A Roth 401k outside of employment and all of that stuff, you can do the same thing that you would with an employer. It's just they don't match.
I say all this. I'm not doing any of it.
Yeah, well.
Don't do as I do as I say.
Damn. You're probably only like the second person that I have heard say that.
Hey, my buddy texted me that I've been meaning to get on for a long time. That went to work for the Chevy dealership.
Oh, yeah?
I'm set in a position.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going to wrap this shit up. This has been Living the Dream Podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Get us here for more bear crushing. That mallet.
I don't know about all that shit, but we'll see y'all next week. If you're late, you're lost.